Okay, guys, I just wanted to like discuss a little more things. Today, I've filmed a one live video about my life and my point of view on a lot of things. And I've just watched it. I don't know why. It lasted me more than for 2 hours. And that's crazy because it is 4:30 a.m. right now. And that video was talking about my about self discipline and about my daily routine that I would like to have, and I told that I must get up at 9 a.m. and go to bed not um, not later than 12 a.m. 40 minutes 12:40 a.m. and it's 4:33 now, and tomorrow I have like work at 11, and that's crazy. And I decided to film one more video. Yeah, that was a great idea. I know that. Yeah, but I've just watched my previous videos from maybe ninth grade or 10th. I'll just look at it maybe right now. I've lost it. Sorry. Um, So it shocked me actually. I was so cringy. I was lying maybe a lot, like 10 hours of Chinese a week. Are you sure? I don't think I was so productive that times, and I was like, it was really cringy. I looked like a really old woman who is like crazy and mad, and she's like talking in a high voice, and is really pretty like um that um how you call it? I don't know. Like a silent girl who's like studying a lot, and who's a good girl, and um like I cannot describe it. I was crying with laughter, like so cringy. I don't know. Though I wanted to stay public because I don't associate this person with myself, so I'm not ashamed of people watch this. It was a really strange girl. Like I'm happy that she died inside me. I don't know. I don't know would what what could happen for me to become that strange shit again. I don't know, and I'm really thankful for that guy who changed me. Like it's really huge difference, really. Really, I watched that video, and after that I watched like some some studying stuff, like translation, like how you call it, live videos, like when I like stay for 3 hours and study, and some of the videos don't like provide sound at all, but actually you can see that the girl's like gestures, and she's like she is really like shy, but not that cringy. Like Yo, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't know what to say, but actually, she is not philosophical. She's like, um, she doesn't have any friends. Those first live videos, you can see them, like those girls who never have friends, those cringy girls, those like she was really really strange. I don't know what can make children be like that, be so bad. I think that those girls tend to be unhappy and be beaten by their husband, and maybe they work as librarians, and they are always like posting their shit online, and they're like, look at me, I'm so happy, I'm so holy moly, I don't know, like I love my kids and my husband. I don't know where he is. Like maybe they tell their kids like, your father was a firefighter, but and they don't continue their phrases like. She's really cringy. She doesn't know anything in this world. Like, but she thinks that her lies are so invisible, like unpredictable, and I don't know why, why. I don't know. Like really a lot of questions I have. Like I know my mother used to argue with me a lot. Not argue, but like telling me that I'm shit, piece of shit. And I didn't understand why does she tell me that stuff. Like I'm so good, and she's so I maybe hated her. I was really strange. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like why? Like I thought that I was really genius. Like you know, I took part in an Olympiad and finished. There are only 13 people from uh, all over the city, and I got the first place in our like place where we like how we call it. I don't know. Like I don't know. It's crazy. Though I wasn't bullied like humans, like students didn't hate me, though I was so cringy, like and my clothes was shit. Like when I met my mother's house again, like I left her in July this year, and now it is April, and like more than half a year passed from that time, and like after this long time, I met the place where I lived, where I felt like depression maybe, and like suicidal thoughts, and those cringy appearance. I understood that I look really bad. Like I felt like a shit, and I didn't communicate a lot, and I was afraid of people maybe, and I was jealous, and I was like full of violence and hated a lot of things, and I thought like this world is so cruel and unfair, and like you're so fucking good and nobody understands it. And like I'm like a queen. I'm so clever. I'm the most clever in the world. And why, like, those people are so stupid? They communicate with each other, and like, I don't need it. I like, I enjoy myself, and they cannot like be alone. They're so big. I'm so good. Like, I'm a good girl. I study so good. Like actually, I think if I when I got when I had got B or like that, I used to get sad and frustration, and like, why did you do this for me, stupid teacher? And I continued being that way when I was in 10th grade, maybe. And I was like, oh, that teacher, I I recognize her Russian accents. She's so bitch. I hate her. Like, she's so unprofessional. How is she like that? And I actually really appreciated that those teachers who were really cruel and who made me feel pain, like programming teacher. He was like shouting, and I got really nervous, and I was crying, and I was I felt insecure and not in not really good. Like, I mean, like, not safe. Like, you're really in you have fears. And the other teacher that I really loved was a woman who, um, because of her, I thought that I was really bad, and I thought she hates me because I tend to learn a lot of languages, though I don't know them really good. And like, I thought that she was thinking that I'm like that guy who shows like that they know something, but actually they don't know that. And I felt like shit, actually. And I was really silent and at her um, lessons. And actually, I understand that when I was that kind of shitty person, I used to think that all people can use any information about yourself to punish you and to make you feel bad and to ruin your life. Why not? All people are like that. Yeah. You cannot trust anybody. And I understood that my mommy is like, she she beats me. Like, I understood it. Like, she used to, yeah, but now she cannot, just like, because uh maybe it was pretty necessary for all the world to punish me because I was like a bitch. Like, maybe I don't know. Like, I used to, once upon a time, I decided to read my old chats. I was storing the screenshots on my, like, no Winchester or how you call it, I know. Like, and I I I didn't manage to read them because they were so cringy. I was always like, oh, you said about something like, for example, you tell some words in other language and you just you didn't know them, like you're so stupid. I'm so fucking clever. I'm better than you, you know it. Yeah, get it. Like some like I used to mention a lot of things that my uh like the one who conversates with me, like they don't know. I knew they didn't know the shit I was talking about, and I was like, huh, you don't know it, like you're so stupid, huh? You, like, it is so uncomfortable for people. I didn't have any friends, and I was like, if you have friends, like if you have friends who are girls, they can take your husband and like take him away from your family. Like mommy used to talk to like tell me that, and I didn't have any friends who were women, who were girls for a really long time. Like in kindergarten, everything was alright with that. Like actually, when I was younger, I wanted to gain some words, like really like golden this things that you like hang here in middles or cups, like something like that. I wanted it really hard, really really much, and I understood that I'm fucking really weak. My body is weak because I didn't do any sports. That's crazy for me now. Like, how can it be possible? I was doing like English classes, drawing classes, singing, piano, like a lot of this crazy shit, but no sports in my life. I would be better with sports, with karate, with beating people, with being like not girlish girl like, but girlish girl without any dresses, with all gray shitty clothes. And also I understand that if children don't have their own money, they are really strange. They act really strange. They don't understand how does the world work, and they they always think about their future like future is better me, and my life will be so prosperous and will have money. I will buy myself an ice cream and chocolate and every day, like always. Like my mommy is buying some shit and I don't understand her. And if I had money, I would buy a lot of good things and nothing that she buys. And she never asks my advice and she never asks my point of view. And I don't have any points of view because nobody asks me, and I'm a kind of shit that I and everything I can is I don't know like read. But did I actually read anything? No, kind of no, I didn't. And yes, I studied, but was it really helpful for my life? No, it wasn't. Everything that I have now, like, I'm not really good at. speaking and conversating with others, yet like I have fears about touching people who are not really my close friends, and I have problems with even making small talks with my group mates and something like this. But I'm getting better. Yes, I do. Actually, I'm really proud of myself that even though I was looking like shit, I filmed those videos. I did explain something about myself, but I didn't actually have any points of view. Yes, I didn't. Like, but maybe all kids are like that. They're they want others to be jealous. They're a bit wild, and they are they want to act like really confident people, but they are really insecure about everything. But they wanna act like someone always, and they always want something that they don't have. I used to dream about like those phones with net and the ability of making videos, and I was always thinking of like if I had a camera, I would like to film videos, but right now my videos are so unpopular because I'm like because I don't have camera. But actually, I didn't have any ideas to share. Even if I if there was any good cameras, it wouldn't help. I didn't understand it. I thought like those worthy people. I hate them so much. Like they can do anything, and I can't do nothing. But right now, I'm really, really getting better. And I'm like, I have money and I buy whatever I want. I'm not waiting for any better life, and I can do whatever I want. I'm responsible for my actions, and I never feel ashamed of my life because I always do what I want to do, and what I like later. I understand that later the only one person who will be ashamed maybe or responsible for my life is me myself. But though I used to think like my mommy wants me to study and to go to university, and I'll do it only because she tells me to do that. Like I was like that. But actually, I've heard from my friends and from my mates that always when they watch videos of younger them, they feel cringy about themselves. Actually, I don't actually remember anything from my childhood and from my teenage years. Though I'm 18 now, like I'm teenager too. Actually, uh, I I am I'm I feel like I'm not in time now because I right now I see a lot of girls who are 16 maybe or 15 even who try their first makeups. They go and they hang out with each other, those girls, and Sometimes they hang out with boys and they go to shops and buy clothes. And I had a friend, like not friend, maybe like classmate, who seemed to me that she was so rich, and like she bought the notes and other stationery for herself. Like her mother and her parents gave her money for that, and she was able to do that. And all those people who like travel and they discuss their travels with their friends and their classmates, and they feel so cool, and I didn't, and it was like my class is like shit. Wait, I didn't discuss the point that I when I'm at my place and my cupboards, like not cupboards but like wardrobes where you store your clothes. Yeah, like I took it and it was terrible. Like who in the world could have such clothes? It's like shit. And I thought that my mother was buying the shitty clothes like for me to feel ashamed and to feel bad, like, really. And maybe and now I understand that that clothes costs like probably it's cost the same like normal clothes, and I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand where metro stations are and how it works there and how shops work in anything. I don't know, like a lot of teachers and other old women told me that I'm really smart and some kind of that things, but I didn't understand why don't they tell girls that they are cringy. Actually, if actually teachers are really poor to work with those young kids who are so cringy. They feel ashamed about themselves when they grow up. Actually, I didn't understand anything when I was younger. I didn't understand anything what I want in life, what there is in life. Like my aunt really changed me. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud. Like thank you so much. Like really, really. And actually I didn't trust anybody. Like I got one friend and he changed me. Like I was able to tell him about my mother, about her, about our relationship with her, and I used to fall in love with with a lot of guys, and it was so cringy. It was really bad. Like I was like I never thought of those who could love me like now. Never. But when did I change? Like I wasn't so strange in my early childhood. Like in primary school, I used to be okay. I communicated with people. I had friends, but from the fifth form, I got some problems. I think because after first semester of fifth grade, I moved to I changed school and I was really giggling a lot and boys were laughing at me and they were acting like really cocks, those hens or chickens. And like they made those sounds of those birds and I was giggling hardly. It was physical education and like these boys were from other group was really strange. I used to shout at my classmates when they kind of bullied me, and I think I didn't have friends. Everyone thought I'm strange, but one, except of one, maybe was sitting next to me, and what about now? Now I look better. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, I believe I see it. And it is probably true. And I am better in my skills, and I understand all the field of my development, and that I have problems, and that I'm not perfect, and that there are a lot of people who are better than me, and that's normal. That's alright. That's okay. Like you are going to be better, but there are people who are better than you. But it doesn't mean that you are the worst in the world. Like you must compare yourself with previous yourself, and that's the point of life. Like not not some other shit. Like you want to figure out what's good for you, what makes you feel really important and secure and confident, and what makes you feel better and stay awake at night. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. already. I'm gonna sleep not really much, but it doesn't matter. Like I understood something, and I'm checking like comparing myself with my childhood, and understand that I'm I'm probably an adult now. Like not that childish, not that foolish, not that blind. I am ready to break up with the boy that I used to tell him that I love him, but now I understand that he is like a boy from my childhood. I wanted his love. Maybe it's cool. I needed him previously, but now he does not deserve me, and now I am understanding my way. I'm trying to understand my way, and he's following me. Yeah, I know it. I know he does karate only because I do it, and he wants to meet me, and he does also something with swimming pool, like those games in swimming pool. He does it professionally because he did it from his till his since his childhood, and maybe it was his parents' idea to do that. And he doesn't understand what he wants in life. Like he is not old enough for me, like mentally, and we are different. Our ways are different. He doesn't study. He doesn't like to study. He doesn't want it. He wants to act like he's better than others. Like though he feels really insecure, and he has a lot of fears, and mm, he wants to act like, huh, sun is going up. Like, yeah, I understand. Okay, like he acts like a cocky boy that, like, like, I'm cool, you're not, like, look at me. And maybe he does too much things to look like someone but not be someone. There is such a problem. Yeah, and actually maybe it changed him a bit. Like he was afraid of being with me because I looked like strangely, and the thoughts of society are really important for him, and he cannot think by himself. He's not responsible for his life, and like others smoke and he does. Like I told him, you are a smoker, man. You smoke, and he's like, no, I don't. Like, but he has cigarettes with him, and he has his like pack of them is almost empty. Like too much cigarettes are already smoking by him. And he doesn't he's not responsible for she was like, yeah, I won't smoke this month. And then I tell him, okay, like you have competition, we have competition in karate in 3 weeks. Okay, don't let's not do it. And he was like, I didn't manage. They smoke, and my group mates, and I did it also. And was like, okay, I get it. I get it. You're big. You cannot like be responsible for your actions. And he was like, I wanted to work, but I thought it would be better this semester. Like I thought I would be able to work, but I cannot. Like he doesn't do anything to to gain that. He's not a good programmer, though he thinks he is, and he really rarely he says like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Never, like, not never, but really rarely. And he makes people feel bad and feel um like knife in their heart, and he doesn't respond for it. Like he's not he's not responsible for his actions. But last few weeks or maybe months, we are like together. Maybe we spend a lot of time together, and like I'm better looking now, and he's not so in fears of society, and he allows me more things than previously. And like we are we were seen together by his group mates, by our karate like sports mates, and like he is more um like silent, not silent, but um it doesn't irritate him. Maybe like he's more like okay, it is not a big problem right now. And when I was at school, I felt like he was afraid he would be seen with me, though he embarrassed me. Like we, how we call it? Like we hugged each other in not crowded spaces, like when nobody can see. And he was always like, I had a girlfriend. Like he was talking to me like that. Though maybe he didn't ever have a girlfriend, maybe. He cannot trust people now. I don't think so. Like, why am I talking about him too much? Actually, I understood myself more because of watching those videos of mine, and I understood that I'm I'm communicating with those people who are not as as adult as me, like how you call it, no, like like responsible for their actions maybe, and the as how you call it, like sensible, or they think about their lives, and they think are about the are they um like are those people who are surrounding them like right people, and about they think about future, about how to like what to do with your kids, like can you beat them, or should you as a parent choose their like sections and do sports for them, or study more and punish them or not. Like those people like him, they don't think about it. Like he's too young for it. Like I've learned that, like I've heard somewhere that mm, girls are usually understanding things better and maybe earlier than boys, but actually it is somehow true, but sometimes it is not. Like there are sometimes those kind of girls who never understand anything, and some boys, like my friend from school, who is like he's too wise, with like a lot of wisdom in his head, and he learns a lot about philosophy. Oh no, psychology, but philosophy also, like it is a bit similar. Yeah, like thinking about, like you do something and you think about it before you do it, and or instead of doing something you think like I have you can like you you like consider yourself being addicted to your screen, like to your gadgets, to your phone, like you understand why does it happen. You try to understand those patterns, like try to understand that you are biological, mm, element and you are a son or a daughter or like a child of your parents and your genetics is really important and you try to figure out were your relatives and your ancestors and like you try to think of yourself about in your family tree and you think of like who would you probably be if you wanted to act like your relatives like and your ancestors and like in the most important moments in your life you remember about them, you know about them, you tell people about them, you are proud of some of their habits, some of their like behaviors, some of their treasures and words, and you're proud of your maybe country. You're not telling like I don't want to live here. I wanna leave. Like I wanna go away as soon as I will be adult. I will quit. I will never see my parents again. Like you never tell it again because you're not a child anymore. You're not like that anymore. Like you understand it. You're getting better and but your like confidence is not that high as it used to be with your child like, when you're a child you cannot do anything professionally if you're like, average child you can yeah you're not able to do anything better than adults usually like in the most case like the most amount of cases you're not better than any adult at some point but you actually think of yourself like of a queen or a king of the world and like you believe in your future but no, I do believe in my future but I have the points for it. I understand my strength my power my energy I understand myself more like the life earlier I maybe I didn't think a lot about life but now I understand myself more with my body, like that I'm not fat and now I'm not too slim. Yeah, I managed. It's 5:20 a.m. I'm good enough with my body and I try to be more healthy and to eat more like properly and not a lot of sweets and I'm not angry because like I I'm not angry because of my mommy's previous actions at me and I'm not returning back to my previous like those boys who I used to love or like tell them that I like I told them some crazy shit and like maybe those teachers I'm not into returning to them and like being again the like the girl who's like thinking of them like of idols and the best people in the world like At some points in your life, you need those people who you will believe in, who you will trust, and who will want would be like who you would want to like become like. But at some point, you understand that you don't you see some disadvantages of them, and you see that not everything is not that awesome, and like you start maybe believing in yourself, and you start being like not that similar to others, and you start arguing maybe. Yeah, at some point you start arguing a lot. Like firstly you act like your parents, and then like other idols, and then you start to argue because you want to become some individual, some person, a person. You want to become a person, not like anybody. But when you're young, when you're a teenager, you don't have a lot of abilities, possibilities to be an individual, and you try to like get more interesting um, like clothes and appearance and brightness somewhere, and so you start lying because you're not confident about yourself, and you're not that good at anything, and but you want to be better than others, and you see that you're not better, and you start lying. And after that, you get something really important, and you change. You become an adult, maybe. But after that, you start having fears that you will not succeed, and that you you don't have big goals, and you don't believe in yourself, and your like winnings, like in your abilities to win. You start like thinking like a child again, like I did not succeed, but my child would. They must succeed. I will make them to do this. I will force them, and then it becomes a circle. Like your kids become like you in your childhood, and that repeats and repeats. You must break that line, and you must succeed. Do everything to succeed right now when you're young, and then everything's gonna be alright. And you will be able to give your money to your kid, like they will have pocket money, and they will feel more confident, and they will know more about financial skills, like how to store money, how to buy something you want to buy, and how to buy something you need, and how to like can you loan money, can you borrow money, what are the sequences like about this. You can understand yourself more. You must understand yourself more, and you should uh, discuss more things with your kids. You must show them that their point of view is important also. Yeah. I am a bit like a kid, but about my like wife. I was eating some stuff like cookies and banana and a bit of soap, and it is childish a bit, but I'm getting older. I'm getting better. I look better by default, and my life is better. I feel more happy. I'm happy. I'm happy, fully happy, and I don't need anybody except my like. I am getting friends. Yeah, I do. I have partners. I'm I'm not angry when I lose. I don't hate anybody. I'm not ashamed of myself. I understand that it is me and I am responsible for myself, and I will never let myself mm, feel too bad maybe because I'm developing myself. Everything's gonna be alright, okay? And I was watching like few like maybe an hour ago. I was watching my like videos of my past life, yeah, and it was in English, and like I thought that I started the video in English and like whatever. I was like repeating that word, and I was like, I don't care, you know. I was like that, yeah. Actually, you tell that you don't care only when you care a lot about those people who will watch it. You try to be like more, how do you call it? I don't remember that word. Like when you're not silent, but like oh I need it. Rest, like calm, quiet, like you're calm, yeah, tranquil, peaceful, restful, still, cool, smooth. Yeah, like maybe when you're a kid, you're happy and you're developing, and you're like someone like who is new to some language. And then you get B1 or B2, maybe B1, and you're like you try to speak and you understand that you can, and then you like when you meet someone with A2, you understand you're better, and you're like, yeah, I'm cool. You're not like, yeah, huh, you're so weak. Then when you get maybe B2 or C1, you're like, okay, like on B1 you can say I has something I like he have breakfast yesterday. You can do that shit, actually. You can do that problem, but you are really confident about yourself. But after sound time when you get C1 maybe or B2, wake up for intermediate, you're like again you like search for words in dictionary, you try to get into and dive there and like get all those words again. You're not that secure, like when I was younger, I watched my videos and probably I never told those words like maybe and something like that, like similar that, like maybe you act like a fool. Maybe I used to say like you a fool, uh, the sun is squared, like those some I never thought that I'm wrong maybe and or some books I read are wrong. And as for myself, right now I have a lot of like words parasites in my Russian speech, and sometimes I think that it happens because of my insecureness about the words I say because I'm not secure about anything actually. But probably I make myself like be secure about those things that I know I will succeed at one point. I know that everything's gonna be alright with life because actually you don't need a lot in life. And actually I'm a Buddhist, and it changed my life also, but probably I became a Buddhist because I wanted to be in the video and like some strange. I used to be really strange, but I used to enjoy it because it was not like some other people. Probably I started learning Chinese because of that, because I wanted attention. Yeah. Yeah, you are like that. Always. People are like that. They want attention. They want attention. Yeah, that's true. Actually, why I do speak in English? Because I want to show my progress. Yeah. But previously, we can show food. I wanted to learn different languages to be more and like to store my thoughts inside of me and not to allow anybody to get into my little world. And I didn't trust anyone. But now, like, the ability to speak English allows me to share my emotions and my thoughts with a lot more people, like from all over the world. Like, English is international language. That's interesting because like my purpose changed to the opposite one. But languages help me to fulfill my wishes. Yeah, actually, languages also do fulfill. They uh, they're willing to communicate more. You can get more friends. Though when I was younger, it in my mind it was supposed to help me to not to communicate with people, but to read more books in other languages, to be more lonely, to be more clever and more lonely, and to be able to get more things without people. That's really interesting. I didn't think about it late, like previously, and probably I didn't like came didn't come across some interesting things while thinking in English and talking to myself in English. It is the first one. Yeah, congrats, maybe for me. Good for me. Yeah. I feel really good now. Though it is getting less darker and less darker, how you call it, like brighter and brighter. And I'm like sitting here in the kitchen with myself. Only me here. And like I love myself. I love the way I look like, and I got everything in life probably. But I got new goals, new aims. I got the field of development. I got new friends, new interests, and new feelings, new wishes, new perfect types of friends and husband. I haven't met the one who I will marry. Probably, I think so. Though a lot of people a lot of people tell that you meet your husband before 20, maybe something like that, something around that, like, you know. And after 20, you're getting like, you're going to be more like, not making you friends, but you understand what I mean, like making deeper relations. Maybe like, I used to research and be curious and look for other and other languages again and again, and now I'm like getting deeper inside of them. Yeah, I'm getting older, understand it, like right now, like what 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 influenced me to make this video, like maybe it was the video about karate, maybe it was that video with that highly bearded and mustached Arabic man who spoke Russian about psychology, and also those videos of myself, and also those tryings to make my life better by making it self-disciplined more, and those books of self, like, behave and digital minimalism, in those university, and that I moved from mother, and the ability, the thought that I probably could move from mommy. It was like my brother and my, like, Bogdan, that boy. I think that I will probably change myself and then I will meet him one day and we'll speak to each other. I think no one in this world like changed more than me. I changed really, really, really hardly. And my friend Dasha really helped me in that because she was kind of extrovert maybe, and I was not, but she and her roommates were my kind of friends, and I I was able to see how life could be like really perfect with friends, and friends are the most difficult part of your life, and like being with like living with girls always shows me how should I live and how should I make me living like where to store things, what to do the first when I get up. Those. Like right now, I think I'm procrastinating because I don't wanna go and take off my lenses and to brush and to do them. That should like maybe I should like just go on sleep. Like it's really getting brighter, and I'm really getting more and more wanting to sleep. Like it's 5:42. Like okay, let's end it. Let's end it up. Let's go and sleep now. Let's do this. Will I be able? Yeah, I will. It is orange. It is already orange sky there. Oh my god. I would be really proud of myself if I ever would be able to speak any language as good as I can speak English, like German or Korean or them both. It would be great. But right now I'm thinking that now I did this really big step, and it is the biggest one in my life. No, it is not big, the biggest one. Also get more and more like winnings. How you call the winnings? Like rewards, like victories. Yeah, more and more victories on my way. Yeah, maybe probably one day I will share this channel with my friends in my page, or maybe I will get a little bit famous and will maybe I will understand the topic of this channel. Maybe I will probably make video montages like and get Telegram channel, but is it actually important for me? Like it is not as important as communicating with real people actually. Okay, bye. Let's end it up. Like end this shit. Like good night, boys, girls and boys and ladies and gentlemen, and like thanks for watching. Like I don't actually mind if anyone was watching this. I don't actually believe anyone will watch it till this moment. Maybe myself. Yeah, I believe that I will rewatch this one day. I will. Yeah, and probably not today. Okay, goodbye. And